Hey y'all, it's Stephen Van Kampen-Lewis here with Grayson again. He's got a blue mouth just for everybody. And we're here at the greenhouse watering some plants. And there's lots in bloom actually. You know, they're not all entirely open, but what I'll do is I'll show you the Wrinkly glauca and this really cool complex hybrid up here, which normally I don't care for, but I just couldn't pass up on this one when Jean said she didn't want it anymore. And then the amethyst glossa is up there. Unfortunately, that seedling array is just starting to open, so I won't be able to show that today, but I'll probably be able to show it. I'll film it this weekend, probably the same day that you're watching this, and see if it's opened up fully. I'm hoping that it's like a bright yellow, but what I'll do is I'll get the plants down here on this bench that you can't see, so that you can see a better close-up, and then maybe Grayson will sniff them and tell us all how good or not good they are. All right, so this thing is a gigantic flower, and it's not even quite fully open yet. This is Potinara First Class Snowlets, and it is awarded in Japan. And so, as you can probably guess, I can read a little bit, but not much. So this comes from Suwada. I'm pretty sure Jean got this at the World, not the World Orchid Conference, but the big event that they have in Tokyo every year. She got this some years ago, and as you can see, this is a big mature plant with a gigantic hand-sized bloom. I mean, this thing is monstrous, and like I said, this is not even fully open. Normally I don't care for giant floofy Catlayas, but I mean, when this is fully open, it is absolutely enormous. So I figured, okay, I can have at least one giant floofy thing in my collection. Then you can see the second bloom here is just opening. It's probably just opened today or maybe late yesterday. And then maybe this one started yesterday and is just sort of unraveling fully today. But last time I saw this blooming, the petals were a little bit wider, but it's a real nice flower. Grayson, can you tell me what it smells like?
It smells like those red flowers at HEB.
Red flowers at HEB, so probably roses.
Yeah.
All right. But I mean, even the petals and sepals are just gigantic on this thing. That's my thumb there, so it's, it's that wide. And like I said, so the substance of this is a little flimsy. It's not quite as firm as I would love to see on a big giant floofy Catlay, but we'll see how this one improves over time, over I guess this next week, and hopefully colors up. So it's pretty cloudy right now, but hopefully with a little more sunshine, we'll get some more of that pink flushing to become a solid pink color, at least here, and then maybe fade a little bit to the white or cream there on the distal portions of the petals and sepals. All right, so this next one is Wrinkly glauca, and its more famous cousin, Wrinkly digbyana, often gets the credit for being the most popular Wrinkly, but I think this species is absolutely gorgeous in its own right. And you can see it's got the similar sort of lime green or even cream colored petals and sepals in the lip, and it's got that really cool triangle purple shape there in the lip. And of course, it's got a whole bunch of blooms. This is an awarded clone. Let me see. This one's called Red Heart and has received an HCC. So an HCC is the lowest of the quality awards. So you can imagine what a higher quality award plant would look like. I think I mentioned in another video that this one is likely polyploid. It just lasts longer, and the flowers are larger than the other Wrinkly that I grew for a bunch of years and then eventually sold because I had an opportunity to buy this one. So, of course, this one really appreciates very high light. It's very succulent. The leaves are very thick and fleshy. They like to be in fast draining media, but if you just grow them at the higher end of your Catlay light scale, you should do just fine. This one is fragrant at night, so unfortunately I do not get to enjoy its fragrance since I'm not around here at night. But it's a really nice one. Grayson, do you want to hop up there and tell us if you can smell anything?
Yeah. I barely smell any smell, honestly.
All right, so he's saying there's not a whole lot of smell, which makes sense for a night fragrant flower that's pollinated by moths. So in 3 or 4 hours from now, when it's pretty dark out here, this thing will smell very strongly of lemons, actually, sort of a citrusy scent. All right, so this next one is one of my favorites in my collection, and I will have this one forever, I think. But this is Catlay amethyst, a glossa. This is two pale varieties with a little bit of aurea mixed in. So aurea, of course, has the yellow undertones. And you can see a little bit of the yellow, especially on the column there of this kind of oddly shaped flower. It's not so prominent there on this one. But this is one of my favorites. Like I said, you know, it's got such amazing markings there on the petals, these sort of striations, and then the lip is this intense magenta. It's a pretty plasticky feeling flower, and the spots are great. Unfortunately, the blooms are just opening, so these ones are up here are not quite open, and then we've got some blooms back there that are open, but of course they're being squished by its own leaves. And then some more buds. So this one will be in full blooming glory probably in a couple of days from now. But it's a very large plant in this pot here, as you can see. It also sees a little light, so I need to come through and water all my plants. But and this one has a very, very distinct scent. In fact, I'm not going to say anything more because I want Grayson to jump up there on the stool and smell it. Tell me what you think.
It smells bad.
He says it smells bad. In fact, he says, "Ugh, it smells bad." But it's actually a scent that I like. Right now, it's a little soapy, I would say. It kind of smells like a bar soap that you use in the shower in the morning. When the sun is up, it's sort of less soapy and more Catlay-y, but it still definitely has that sort of musky undertones that, you know, I could see why some people like Grayson might not like. But this is just one of my favorite species, and I'm super excited to have this one opening, as it does every spring. And then to have its cousin, let me turn the camera around over here, just getting ready to open for the first time in this bud. So I thought I had seen a little crack earlier, but maybe that wasn't quite true. This will certainly be open soon, and we'll see, hopefully, it has a really bright yellow flower. You know, it has aurea background in it. Both parents are aurea. So we'll see. It's an import from Floralia that I got in 2021. And who knows if this one is really cool looking. Maybe not this year, because I really like to see what it looks like before I breed it. But this aurea could go on to this one, which does have at least some aurea qualities, some yellow in the background. Most of the amethyst glosses that you'll see are all pink. Or maybe you'll have a semi-alba with white petals and sepals and then a pink lip. But this one will be yellow. And the one over here has a mixture of colors. Very unique. And I got this one from Olompali Orchids in California. And then I have one more flower in the orchid cabinet at home that I'm going to check out. And when I get home, fire up the camera and show it to you. It is Phalaenopsis ludmanana caerulea. All right, and here we have, of course, the cabinet where I keep my phals. And I'll move this ludmanana, well, it's Catlay ludmanana out of the way so that we can see these spider webs out of here. This caerulea Phalaenopsis ludmanana. So this is the first bloom, and that pattern is so cool. It's so hypnotizing. We'll see if the color improves. Of course, it's caerulea, so it should be bluish. And we've got sort of a more of a magenta look, but I guess for the species that counts. Hopefully on subsequent blooms it'll be more caerulea and less magenta. But still, I think that that pattern is just so cool. And I've got another spike forming here. So hopefully it will give me ongoing blooms, but gave a really cool bloom. Happy to see it. And that's what's left of the tag. This comes from Big Leaf Orchids. They're in Dallas. Not sure what the breeding for this one is. I suspect it's from Taiwan, but anyway, I think this one's super cool. Talk to you later.